The New York Jets play the New England Patriots this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. I can tell you this game is probably one of the most personal games we've ever had when it comes to the New England Patriots. Why, you're asking? There's one game in particular last year. They ran the score up on us, scored 53 points when the game was already out of reach. And you know what? It's more than just a game this weekend, it's personal. But I got to tell you this, we haven't beaten the New England Patriots in the last 12 tries. 12 attempts, 6 years since the last time we beat the New England Patriots. But this year, the New York Jets are going to raid and rampage the New England Patriots. Let's talk about it.
I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance. You know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you won a loss? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man. I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance. You know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you won a loss? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man.
Congratulations, brother.
And here we okay. This is it. It's Halloween weekend. Happy Halloween to you guys, because come Monday, Halloween is here. I hope you all have a very safe Halloween. The kids get some candy, adults get some candy, whatever it is you're into on Halloween. Just be safe while you're doing it, and have a great time. So, which means Victory Monday for the New York Jets is going to be on Halloween Day. I thought it was appropriate to go ahead and get dressed up for the occasion. Now let's talk about this. The New York Jets are playing the New England Patriots this weekend. And I got to admit, it's probably one of the most important games on our schedule. I'm not saying that because of the fact that the New England Patriots are contenders. I'm not saying that because the New England Patriots are scary by any means. I'm saying that because there's a game that comes to mind when you think about the New England Patriots from last year, where they took out Zach Wilson in that game. They ran up the score on us for the tune of 53 points. And the game was already out of hand, and they were still taking deep shots down the field just to go ahead and rack the points up. If you didn't hate the Patriots before as a Jets fan, you definitely hate them now. But I got good news for you. These aren't the same Patriots of times past. Now, a lot of people are going to sit here and tell you, what have you done lately? You're the New York Jets. You haven't beaten anybody relevant. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are what your record says you are in the NFL. And our record says we're 5-2. The New England Patriots are 3-4. And to me, we're going to send them on their way to 3-5. Now, I seem overly confident, maybe a little bit too cocky, but let me explain something to you. These New England Patriots are not scary. Why are they not scary? Well, since Tom Brady has left, in case you weren't aware, Bill Belichick has a losing record. Yes, a losing record. He has not been somebody that was so formidable that you can go into Gillette Stadium or they can come into your house and they can just go ahead and win any given time at any given day. These are not the same New England Patriots. Their legacy ended when Tom Brady left. Some are going to tell you, well, what about Mac Jones? Mac Jones seems spectacular. Did he though? Because towards the back end of the season, as more teams got tape on Mac Jones, you started to realize his limitations. And the kid can't read defenses. He's very, very unathletic. He's got mediocre arm strength. And it started to show towards the back end of the season last year. Yes, they made it to the playoffs, but they got an embarrassing one and done exit from being in the playoffs. That brings us to this year. Josh McDaniels, he's gone. No longer an offensive guru on that roster to guide the offense. Instead, what Coach Bill Belichick did was decide to promote Joe Judge and or Matt Patricia to the role of offensive coordinator, dual offensive coordinator. Nobody actually really knows. We just know right now that defensive-minded coaches, or Matt Patricia, a defensive-minded coach, is calling the offensive plays for this Patriots team. QB controversy. Apparently, there's one right now in New England. Zappy fever, as they call it, the second coming of Tom Brady. Or so most Patriots fans would lead you to believe and hope for. Fact of the matter is, they realized Mac Jones was limited. Mac Jones got a little boo-boo, hurt his ankle about 2-3 weeks ago. And since then, Zappy has come in and has apparently lit the NFL on storm, set it on fire. Except for last week, when he played against the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears. Now, I laugh because the Chicago Bears are probably a bottom dweller team right now in the NFL. They're definitely one of those teams that are looking more so at a top 5 draft pick than a team that's going to be making the playoffs. And they came into Gillette Stadium and smacked around the New England Patriots without any remorse. And almost it looked too easy. What made it even funnier was, Bill Belichick, for the first time in a long time, we saw just how uncertain he is with what he's doing as a coach. Mac Jones started the game, looked like crap, exited the game after he threw an interception. Now, mind you, someone tell you that interception was just horrendous. It was a bad throw, but it was an impressive catch by Brisker, I think it was. That safety is looking better and better every freaking week. I digress. Threw an interception. He gets pulled out of the game. Zappy comes in. And then boom, he shoots down the field 2 back-to-back scoring drives. Looked awesome. But after that, the wheels kind of came falling off. And then here's the funny part. A lot of your Patriots fans are going to tell you, "Oh, had Zappy started the game, he could have won. He wouldn't have had to worry about the lead." Blah 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 blah. The amount of excuses that come out of teams that don't know how to handle losing is just mind-boggling. Now, as a Jets fan, we've dealt with losing for quite some time, so we know what losing feels like. We know what losing looks like. We also know how to handle it when we've lost. It's funny and comical to us the amount of excuses we're getting, not just from other sports teams or sports fan bases or even the media, how a lot of those times whenever they're making excuses, they forget that like the New York Jets are right now currently playing with a patch-up job for an offensive line. The New York Jets started off the season with their starting quarterback on IR. The New York Jets right now have just lost ABT and Brees Hall, 2 Pro Bowl, dare I say, all-pro caliber players that were going to be going into the all-pro category this end of the season. They're gone. We're not making excuses. We're not making excuses. Like, for the first time in a long time, the shoe's on the other foot and the team's getting their butts kicked, don't know how to handle it. So they're reaching for the stars. They're reaching for any imaginary situation or, oh my God, there were backup QBs. Okay. Last year, we had Mike White in the game, and he beat the Cincinnati Bengals, our third-string QB. The Cincinnati Bengals, in case you weren't aware, went to the Super Bowl last year. So you're not going to sit here and tell me that it's not possible for a third-string quarterback or a second-string quarterback to come into a game and make a difference. It actually happens quite a bit. Good teams find a way. I digress once more. These New England Patriots are coming into MetLife Stadium on Sunday. And by the way, it's a sold-out crowd. We're talking about 99.9% capacity. It's sold-out tickets. And I'm really hoping that the majority of those tickets are coming and stemming from the New York Jets fan base. Something tells me it is. And I'll tell you why. Patriots, being one of those bandwagonist fan bases of all time, are not accustomed to losing. They're not going to be supporting this team in losing fashion. Whether it's Mac Jones, Zappy, Crappy, whatever his name is, that's in there, they don't want to see these guys get blown out. Why do I feel so confident about these guys getting blown out? Okay, the defensive side of the ball. We've got a top 10 defense in the NFL, and it will be the best defense the Patriots have seen thus far all season. They get to go up against us. The Patriots have 3 wins on the year. All 3 of their wins are coming from teams that are significantly below 500. They haven't beaten anybody. Literally. As we're taking crap as a Jets fan base, because we've had to take on the likes of Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson's replacement, who I think was much better than Russell Wilson's looked like the entire season. Jacoby Brissett, who was the dedicated starter and taking first team reps for that team literally since the beginning of the year. So to say that he's a backup when he walked into the year as a starter, it's kind of fun. It's not like freaking Deshaun Watson got hurt the week before and then the backup came in. Jacoby Brissett was taking first team reps all off season. This was coming. They knew it was coming. I digress. But for the likes of the Steelers, who's the backup? I don't know. Is it Kenny Pickett? Is it what's the other kid's name? Who cares? The other guy, Mitch Trubisky. Like, who was the backup in that situation? But people are going to keep making excuses because it's the Jets. We're winning these games. They don't like it. They can't explain it. They're losing games. They don't like it. They can't explain it. So it is what it is. It's Patriots week. Top 10 defense. The number 2 special teams in the NFL. And unfortunately, we had the number 15th rushing attack in the entire league. However, that has since been impacted with the loss of ABT and, of course, Brees Hall. But To mitigate that, we were able to go ahead and bring in James Robinson for a steal. Again, General Manager Joe Douglas, I still don't understand why we haven't given him his 10-year contract yet. I think it's time. Nonetheless, we brought in James Robinson to go ahead and supplement and be RB2 to Michael Carter. Now, the reason why I'm not too concerned about this as much, I am concerned about the offensive line even more so because AVT was special. He was playing lights out football for us all across that offensive line. That's going to hurt. In terms of the running back play, Michael Carter is not a scrub. Michael Carter balled out last year for this Jets team. The only reason he didn't have better stats is because of injury, right? He is a smaller statured running back, so he can't be the full workhorse that we're accustomed to seeing, or like a Brees Hall showed us. So for me, it's funny because people are sleeping on what Michael Carter can do because they forgot what Michael Carter did last year. Cool. James Robinson is good. This boy is good. And he was good on a Jaguars team that had a bottom 5 offensive line in the NFL. He's one of 4 undrafted free agents in the rookie year to rush for over 1,000 yards. Now, again, last year's production dipped a little bit, 700-something yards in terms of production. But this is a guy that can catch the ball, can run the ball, can score touchdowns. He also led the league in the last 2 years in efficiency when it came to goal line drives. He's 8 for 8 in goal line drives in terms of getting a touchdown. He's perfect. We will be perfect. James Robinson is perfect at the goal line. So a lot of the questions that people have right now are about Zach Wilson. In all actuality, that's the only question mark about this Sunday's game. The New York Jets are without a doubt the better team. On paper, on the field, when you watch them, better team. The Patriots, they got, I think the only guy we got to worry about in this case is Matthew Judon. He's scary. That dude's been balling out this year. So he's going to be a concern. So other than that, I know people are saying, well, the New England Patriots have like a top 5 freaking passing defense, top 5 secondary. Who have they played? And you're going to sit there, you're going to tell me, well, they held freaking the Detroit Lions to 0 points. Who cares? They're 1-5. The Detroit Lions are 1-5. This is still a team in the rebuild. Yes, they started off hot. Who gives a crap? Start off hot. It's the beginning of the freaking season, and as the majority of people will tell you, it's a marathon, not a sprint. They had a great start, and they've slowed down since. And yes, maybe it got kicked off with the freaking Patriots deciding to show up for once this entire season and play some real defense. So because of that, I am not impressed with the secondary of the New England Patriots. I'm not. You beat a 1-5 team and you held them to 0 points. Whoop-de-doo. Congratulations for you. The Jets are not that team. Fact of the matter is this. They struggle stopping the run. The Jets are good in the run. This math seems pretty easy to me. The New York Jets have to utilize their running game to get this W. And I say that because the defense is going to make plays. The special teams is going to make plays. On offense, because the question mark is, can Zach Wilson carry this team? I'm not ready to ask him to carry this team against the Patriots. Because why? I want to beat this team on Sunday. And I don't care how we do it. I don't care if Zach Wilson doesn't throw a single damn pass. I want to beat the Patriots this Sunday. I want to murder the Patriots on the field this Sunday, figuratively speaking. I want to raid and pillage this team. Into submission. And then I want us to score again. I don't care about freaking professionalism. I don't care about, the integrity of the game. I don't care about, being a good opponent. I don't care about any of that. I want us to not only beat them, I want us to put our feet on their throat, and I want us to keep squeezing until they stop breathing. Figuratively speaking. I want this to be a massacre on Sunday. I do. I truly do. I want this to be shameful. I want people to look at this game and I want them to say, wow, the Jets went, they just bullied them throughout the entire game. And to make it worse, after they had beaten them into submission, they kept bullying them. This is not professional football. This isn't good sportsmanship. I want to be the bad guy on Sunday. The Jets are wearing all black for a reason. They're going to be in funeral attire. They should be prepared to escort the corpse of the New England Patriots out of MetLife Stadium and place them in a hearse so they can go back home to New England. Yeah, figuratively speaking. Figuratively speaking. I want this to be bloody. And I want the media to talk about how we lacked sportsmanship, how we were unnecessary in the hits, the violence, the extreme aggressiveness. I want to hear those things next week because I remember last year's game when they were beating up on a on a team with pretty much half the roster on IR after a couple of dirty hits took out freaking Zach Wilson. I remember that game vividly. And then it became clear to me, not only, are the Patriots some of the biggest cheaters to ever play in the NFL, but once Tom Brady was gone, they tried to create an identity of being tough and like aggressive. And ultimately, all they did was prove they were dirty because they weren't that good. And now we got some real dogs on our team, on our side. You're not going up against a bunch of car salesmen anymore. These are boys that know how to play, that want to play. And even though most of them weren't even here last year, they're pissed about it. Coach Ulbrich, he remembers. He's pissed about it. Coach Saleh ain't going to say it because he's going to do the right thing, be the professional, and he's going to go ahead and say, well, it's football. They're good at doing this and they're good at doing that. The Patriots have very little to be afraid of. Their quarterbacks aren't scary. Their wide receivers aren't scary. Their running game is okay. Their defense is the only way the New York Jets lose this game on Sunday is if they don't show up to play. I'm saying that now. If the New York Jets don't show up to play on Sunday, well, the Patriots are going to win. One thing I will give to good old Bill is he knows how to capitalize on mistakes and people not showing up to play them. He's good at that. The only chance they have is that. Like I said before, Zach Wilson, a lot of y'all are going to say, oh, I want to see him throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. I want to see fantasy stats. Patrick Mahomes did it. Freaking Justin Herbert did it. Unfortunately for y'all don't realize they're the exception to the rule, not the standard. Zach Wilson officially plays his second season worth of NFL games on Sunday. His 18th NFL game. He's going into his year 2. So I don't care if the kid throws no passes all game. Take the ball, run the ball, win the game. Beat the New England Patriots to a pulp. That's all I care about. That's all you should care about. I hate this team so much. And we're in a position to where we're better than them. We're better, we're younger, and we're pissed. Oh my God. So, now that I've said that, what are my predictions for this game on Sunday? Well, you already know if you've been watching this show, you've been watching these predictions, I'm going to tell you what I think the score is going to be. Now, because I'm batting 1,000 and being wrong in my predictions, I'm not going to change it up now. With that said, I may not be superstitious, but I'm a little bit stitious. The New York Jets face off against the New England Patriots this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Final score, 32-10. New England Patriots win the game. 32-10. New England Patriots win the game. I don't think it's going to be close. And in all actuality, if it is close and we win the game, yeah, we'll take it. But it'll be a disappointment. 32-10. The New England Patriots win this game. I can't wait. I can't wait. Happy Halloween, everybody. The New York Jets play the New England Patriots this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. We've been waiting for this game for quite some time. The last time the New York Jets played these guys, they ran the score up on us. They ran the score up on us. And this time, it's not just about the progression. It's not just about playing football. It's personal. And to the New York Jets play the New England Patriots this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. There's a very, very, very